Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Channel Up, your most preferred channel, your number one spot for trending news, updates, and the deeper angles behind the stories that make the waves online. In today's episode, I am breaking down a very controversial video by investigative journalist Dr. Koloyo, who recently dropped shocking claims about Mollywood star and director Yabo Alice Ojo, the late singer Mohbad, and several other high-profile figures in this video. The video, which surfaced on her verified Facebook page, has been generating heated conversations across all social media platforms, especially Facebook. But before I dive into that, let me give you a quick reason to stay locked in till the end. Trust me, I saved the last wine, or the best wine, for last. Towards the end of this video, I would also touch one other viral update, a statement from Isaac Fioshi, the younger brother of former Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fioshi. Isaac, who is known for stirring controversies online and offline, made some very daring remarks about Nigerian politics, the poor, and why many citizens unknowingly destroy their own future with their own bare hands. You don't want to miss that part, because he called lots of high-profile names too. You know how controversial Isaac Fioshi's posts always turn out to be. But moving on, let's dwell on Dr. Kemi. Okay, I'm going to start quickly with her, because her own video is wow, is daring. Now, on her page, she laid out a long chain of allegations that touched on the circumstances surrounding the death of Mohbad, the paternity controversy surrounding Liam, Mohbad's son, around Wumi, Mohbad's wife, his erstwhile wife, and even deeper industry-wide issues involving politicians, musicians, and reality TV stars alike. According to her, several figures from Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and others allegedly connected were part of a bigger plot. She referenced claims that Yabo Ojo allegedly orchestrated online smear campaigns using blogs, that she allegedly managed a kind of let me not break the ice. Yes, I don't want to leave the cat out of the bag. Please watch this video. More details after the break.
So, on September 11, 2023, after Yabo had paid for the advert, told him to burn the blanket, Dre GMW arrived. They shaved his hair. I mean, these guys all planned this stuff. The only part I couldn't pinpoint is, did they premeditate it? Mr. Yomi Fabi said they did. He said Wumi premeditated Mohbad's murder. Wumi said, you know, this whole thing she wrote on her story that, not Instablog, Sahara Reporter covered. I know how Mohbad died, but I'm afraid I can't tell the truth. They'll come and get who's they. And a lot of audios flying around the internet. Some of them are all AI. I don't know what to believe unless I authenticate it. This whole thing about Wumi switching the baby, or Wumi said they switched her baby, anything just not to do that DNA test. Mohbad did not father a child in his lifetime. Liam is not Mohbad's child. Wumi knows who she conceived that child for, and Yabo knows the father of that child. Yabo accused the king, Elegushi, of impregnating Wumi, but she used Gistlover to accuse him. As soon as she posted it on Gistlover, within minutes, she took it down. She and Tonto ran that whole operation. They have not been able to go back to Gistlover now, because if they dare go to it, cyber criminal, division of Nigerian police is on it. They are the ones that ran. Wahid Ailara knew that Yabo was running Gistlover and Tonto. He told me and he told other people. And Amebo Lovers Gist, Yabo owns that too. After accusing Elegushi of fathering Liam, Elegushi sent out a statement saying he had nothing to do with Liam, he did not father Liam, and he has nothing to do with Wumi or Mohbad. Yabo was seen in a video shouting at Sam Larry and the king, saying, "King, tell the truth. You know Sam Larry. You sent Sam Larry to come and attack Mohbad," because she was trying to put Sam Larry and Naira Marley in prison. And you have seen what they were writing inside that group, how they planned it all, how they were saying, "Oh, let's go to this judge." They succeeded in locking them up for a month or so, and they came out. And it took VDM to actually clear Naira Marley's name, aside from the courts, because social media is the real court. Yabo ran a prostitution ring that was so elaborate in Lekki, and the height of it was 2022. And one of the hookups she sent Wumi got pregnant. And whoever she got pregnant for, that's the father of Liam. And it was not Mohbad. Priscilla also got pregnant on a hookup. Yabo's child got pregnant on a hookup and had an abortion. And I don't know how Juma Jux can come out there and say, I married her as a virgin. I feel sorry for that young man. I really feel sorry for him. Because what's going to happen with him and Priscilla, they're probably going to break up after a year or two. This kind of pressure is going to affect his marriage well. I see Yabo's fans begging me, don't let them break up. What do I have to do with their marriage? It's not me. It's nothing about me. They've done their evil for a long time. Yabo sent her daughter on hookups. And each time she was going out on hookups, she took photos. You saw her now. All the prostitution-like photos that she took before marriage. Some of you are doing hookups now. You think that you'll find a man, Abby. When it's time, you're 45-year-old and you'll be crying on Instablog that you don't have a man. And you don't have a child and all that because you wasted your whole life doing prostitution. At the end of the day, I need stories. I want to open an investigation about Yabo. I'm doing a documentary about her, but I need stories from anyone that did hookups for Yabo. Her nickname was Queen Mother. Yabo didn't have a nickname called Queen Mother before 2021. If you notice that during the BOME case 2017 to 2019, she was just Yabo Jo. All of a sudden, she became Queen Mother, but nobody could decipher what she was doing. There was police involved. Lots of big politicians. I want to expose those ones too. Lots of music artists. Lots of people in BB Nigeria. All the BB Nigeria girls are all prostitutes. Every single one of them. Okay? Yabo would pimp them to IVD. IVD was paying girls, what, 3 million to have sex with them? I have a long list of girls that will shock you. That IVD was paying 3 million, okay, to have sex with them. Guys, you don't know what's going on in this industry. Shebiti Wasabi told you that if you know how deep and dark the industry was. Didn't Davido set up Tiwa Savage with his friend Abolo? Abolo's a married man, having sex with Tiwa Savage in the bottom of a yacht.
Okay, welcome back if you're just joining us. Now, as suspected, these are very sensitive statements and we must carefully dissect them for clarity's sake. The first thing to point out is Dr. Kemi's video reflects her perspective and investigative style. Over the years, she has built a reputation for uncovering uncomfortable truths, but also for delivering them in a way that generates controversy. From a critical standpoint, one can ignore, or one can't do but ignore the fact that some of the claims touch on issues that have trended before. Mohbad's untimely death, unresolved DNA debates, and accusations of power struggles in the entertainment industry. But the way she connected these elements into a larger network of influence is what makes this video stand out. This is the question I keep asking. What is also striking in this particular post is the pattern of fear and silence that she shows. For instance, she suggested that some people know the truth but are afraid to speak out because of possible consequences. That raises an important question about accountability in Nigeria, why major scandals often get shrouded in silence, and intimidation and high level of cover-ups by people in the high places, in quote. At the same time, when analyzing videos like this, viewers must approach them with caution. Why? You know why? In today's digital space, audio leaks, manipulated videos, and unverified screenshots can spread quickly. Okay, the responsibility is on us to separate fact from speculation. Still, even if half of what Dr. Kemi outlined is true, it paints a very dark picture of how much influence and exploitation flows behind showbiz and the glitz of entertainment in Nigeria. This is where I want us to look at, because Tiwa Savage said it. Nice said it in his interview with Nancy Isime. Tiwa Savage said that the industry is dark, but they failed to elaborate on that. We should put our minds behind that. Now, while Kemi's video may have focused on the entertainment and celebrity angle, let me transition. The underlying theme is still power, money, and the silence of ordinary people in the face of corruption or manipulation. And that brings me to the second update I mentioned earlier. Very, very controversial. This time, it's not about celebrities but politics, okay? A separate video has been circulating featuring Isaac Fioshi, the almighty Isaac Fioshi, the outspoken younger brother of former Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fioshi. Isaac is known for not mincing words whatsoever, and in this particular clip, he raised a very uncomfortable truth about Nigerian societies. You know him, he speaks with little or no equivocation, without much ado. Let me drop this controversial video. Please, I urge you, take a bowl of popcorn, sit back, and enjoy this controversy from Isaac Fioshi. More details after the break.
In Nigeria, na the poor, they defend the rich. The poor, they defend the rich where they mess up their system and their country. Wike Pikin get land for Abuja. Wike, you award land for your Pikin? Yes, now my enemy I go give land. Now my enemy I go give land. We allow that one. We no talk again. Rolls Royce, your Pikin enjoy Rolls Royce with you. Yes, now my father was a general manager of different company. Yeah, and they see all these things now. House in Florida, $1 million plus house in Florida for this same Wike Pikin. It be like say Wike Pikin, they even superior past president Pikin. All the former president we don't do for Nigeria. How many of their Pikin get house for Florida, including President Tinubu, as they reach before government? In Pikin no get house for Florida, and even if Sheyi get house for Florida, Sheyi dey work. We dey see wetin Sheyi dey do. Sheyi na him get advert for Lagos, Abuja, everywhere. He dey work. We dey see where him money dey come. But Wike Pikin, then they work to buy that Florida house. Wike na government in dey since. Wike wife na government because na George. In a can they say nya 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 nya, and you can't see na poor man Pikin when him Pikin dey Ekiti lere hero yinka na him can they defend person wey him Pikin dey Florida, and lere Pikin dey Ekiti they carry slate they go school. Lere wife dey Ekiti, then they send her allowance from Abuja, but in boss wey him dey defend in Pikin get house for Florida, get big land for Abuja, get for Port Harcourt. You see the irony of life. Now slave they serve in master. This life no balance. So Wike Pikin America house Pikin will never work for anything. They don't get mansion, they wait for them. For Abuja here, they don't get land. They ask them, they say no be their enemy, then go give land. If we ask them this Florida own, they will say no be no be their enemy, then go buy house for. Can you see what is going on? I'm not saying the guy is not working. He's working at what cost? Have you ever sat down to check the cost of all these projects? Have you ever sat down? Someone that has never worked before, they say, nah, in-law buy am. What did the in-law they do? The in-law children we buy the house, no get house for America. the in-law children we buy the house, where they claim say nah, in buy the house, no get house for America. Who they fool who? And the worst part is that you are defending nonsense where your own Pikin they suffer.
Okay, I'll welcome back. Now that's a very bold statement from Isaac, and honestly, it stings. Like it stings the skin. What Isaac is saying is that poor people are really marginalized by the consistent display of power by people in the high places. Now this cuts deep because it's not just about Nigeria. It is a kind of repeated pattern you see in many societies where political leaders thrive because ordinary citizens choose sides based on ethnicity, religion, or even loyalty rather than demanding accountability to a high degree. Now, what makes Isaac's words resonate is the timing. Nigerians are facing economic hardship, one, high inflation, two, and youth unemployment. Yet, the focus often shifts to defending personalities instead of fixing systems. How? How did we get here? His message is a wake-up call. If people keep protecting the rich at their own expense, nothing will ever change in Nigeria. I don't want to confirm what he said, or I don't want to debunk what he said, but be it as it may, it is not supposed to be so. So let us take a peel out of all this and cut this man some slack. Okay. Now, in today's update, we've seen two very different but connected narratives. On one hand, Dr. Kemi's video pulls back the curtain on alleged hidden dealings in the industry, which raises concerns about what Tiwa Savage said in her last in her interview, and then Nice also. On the other hand, Isaac Fioshi's remarks are so clamping down on the rich. Okay, cut the poor some slack. Okay, let's cut this man some slack. At the heart of both stories lies a simple but difficult truth. Silence, fear, and blind loyalty only strengthen the hands of those in power, whether in entertainment, politics, business, lifestyle, or fashion. And so, as I round off, let me leave you with one question. Of course, I always drop one question for you to think about. Okay, when the truth is dangerous to speak and silence protects the powerful, which path should the society really take? Which route should we take? Yaba left or Yaba right? Well, thank you so much for staying this far. If you enjoyed this update, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Channel Up for more updates like this that are trending, and don't forget to tap the notification bell so you don't get left behind when I drop a trending update as trending as this. Most importantly, drop your comments respectfully in the comment section. See you next time. Keep your head above water. Bye.